Hello from East Texas. I hope your day is brighter than mine. I've had a weekend of Murphy's Laws. If something could go wrong, it has. But in the process, I'm still going to go ahead with the video I had planned for this weekend. I'm using Armor Etch. And I went ahead and bought the 22 ounce because I did it through Amazon, and I found that by the ounce it's much cheaper this way, and I'm sure I will use it all. Okay, if nothing else, I will have to use it in order to correct my mistakes in some way, shape, or form. Okay, this is what I did yesterday. This is a pie plate. This is a 7-inch from Walmart for $1. This I think I got as a set. Wasn't very expensive, and it was back in the year 2000 when we were needing champagne flutes and you couldn't find them anywhere. Well, I got those. And the designs are from Cricut Access. So I will put the designs that I created in Huntress Habits Patreon party on Facebook. So you'll have that available to you. Okay, I'm going to put these aside. And today we're going to be making the little 7-inch plate. Those pie plates, by the way, I've tried finding some more pie plates and had a lot of trouble finding some like that. So if you see pie plates, grab them, people. I'm using alcohol to clean the glass and wiping it with paper towel. I really prefer a microfiber cloth so it doesn't leave any fibers. But this is Viva Towel, and so it does a good job. The alcohol will evaporate quickly, and while it's drying, which it doesn't take but a second, I'm going to do a reverse weed on this design. These other designs are what I used on the other plate, but this is the positive area that I removed because I wanted the... Let's just pull up the plate here real quick. See, that's the same as the positive area of the pattern. So you have to remove that part if that's what you want etched. And I was very careful about doing it so that I could save this. Now, I don't know if I will use it on another design, but I'm really frugal. And I'm sure I can think of something to put that on. Okay, now to do a reverse weed, you want to put your transfer tape on there before you start weeding. Okay? Then, and I already got it started yesterday. I'm hoping my eyes, I got new glasses, y'all, and they're not, I don't think they're better than my old ones, or I'm just having a hard time adjusting to them. So I may miss a piece along the way. But this is a reverse weed. When you take away while it's on the tape. Now, I've already messed that one up because I just heard it tear. So I can pick that design out. And that will happen with the reverse weed. Whereas if I did it the other way, stick it there on my thumb, it would have been less likely to tear. I burnished this real good when I first stuck the tape on there so that all those little pieces would come off nice and easily. Okay, see, I tore this one now, so I'm not going to be able to save this design, and that's okay. I've got another one. And that's, but I know I have used the term reverse weeding incorrectly. And I had someone ask actually what was reverse weeding. And so I thought I would do it to this one, because it is quicker to do it this way. But like I said, you don't get to save. And that's not a big deal. You know, vinyl's our cheapest medium. Regular vinyl, I should say. Okay, we're going to stick that right over here. Doing it this way too is kind of like iron-on. Weed's a little bit simpler. So when you're going after those designs with Zentangles, and they have a lot of detail, you may want to think, if you're doing a Zentangle on vinyl, you might want to think about doing it this way. If it's the regular vinyl. I wouldn't do this with glitter myself. I'd weed it the normal way. And I haven't tried it with holographic, so. Okay. Get all these little spots out. And then we're going to place it on our glass. Okay. I think I need to weed some right here. The etching cream, Armor etching cream, is very easy to use. Oh, and I may have took away the one that was supposed to stay. So what I'll do is make it that same way on this side. Because this is a symmetrical design to where both sides are the same. Might not look as good, but I think I can do it. I know, where are my tweezers? I'm using my fingernails. They're actually right beside me, off camera. If you're doing a reverse weed, remember that the oils from your hand are going to take away some of the adhesive. Doesn't really take it away, it just prevents it from sticking as well. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's see. I think I got it all. I think we're ready to do it now. Okay, that was an example of reverse weeding. Now, we've got to place it here, much in the center as possible. If this was a product I was selling, I would mark it in some way so that I would definitely get it in the center. And then I'm going to burnish it. I'm going to use the scraper from Cricut, but you could do it with a credit card. Anything with a hard surface that will make sure that you get all those edges down, because you don't want that cream to go underneath the vinyl. If it does, then you're going to get etched there also. And it doesn't matter if it's there for the full 20 minutes that most people say you should put it on, or if it's there for 5 minutes. And I'll show you some examples of that in a moment. Okay, how easy was that? Now, because I'm frugal, transfer tape can be used over and over again. So I'm going to stick that down to the piece I got it off of, and I can use it again and again and again. And actually, I like using it. You know, I have one piece that I've used since I got the machine. Of course, I've only had the machine 6 months, but it still works fine. Okay, got that on there really good. See, here's my tweezers. Wasn't my Cricut tweezers, but it's tweezers right beside me. Okay, I'm going to use this to spread the armor all on. This is just an old knife, and I've marked it for my craft room so that it doesn't get put back into the silverware drawer. You could use a brush, paintbrush, a sponge brush like this, and you want to have something to be able to scrape it off afterwards, and we'll do that in a moment. You could use something like this, or go back to that knife. You know, it's your choice on what you find to apply it with. It does recommend that you have safety glasses, and that you do it in a ventilated area. So I'm going to put on my, and safety gloves. I'm going to put on my safety gloves, or plastic gloves, which I think I'm developing an allergy to latex, because when I take these off, my hands burn just a little bit. And that's not from the chemical, because I had them on just for a short while earlier without even being near see some vinyl from earlier. I think I had these mixed up. Okay, like I was saying, I had them on without using the armor etch, and they weren't on there even 5 minutes, and when I took them off, there was just a slight burning. So I'm going to have to get some that are allergy safe. I forget the name of the ones that are latex free. When I taught school, I always had to buy at least a 10-pack, because there would be some students that were allergic to latex. You want to just kind of blob it on there like you would cake icing. See all that lint on that glass from that paper towel? Okay, I'm losing my spot here. Now, if this was a rounded glass, you want to be a little less lenient on the amount, or a little less generous, I should say. Generous on the amount that you put on there, Because this is flat, I don't have to worry about it running. But I'm going to show you in just a moment the results of some, because I put it on this thick. And I had it situated to where it wasn't dripping, but apparently the electric chair or something shifted the glass. And I say electric chair, my dad runs in and out of here. And this particular flooring is not as stable as the concrete flooring. Okay. Normally too, another hint is I would keep some wipes handy in case you do drip some. I need a quick cleanup. And that way you can wipe it off if necessary. It says actually in the directions to do it near water so that you can wash things off immediately. But a handy wipe will do. Okay, I'm cleaning my tool with it at the moment, and then it'll go in the trash. The handy wipe, not the tool. Okay, and we're going to let that set for 20 minutes. Now, the next thing you would do, and I've got another pie plate over here, if I can get it picked up with these gloves, is don't wash all of this off. You're wasting. And this is not just a frugal thing. This is the recommended way. Take it, because it's still activated. Scrape it off. You don't want to get any on the glass over here, because I've done that. And it will etch it in 1 minute time. You see the knife is making marks. It'll make no difference. Your etching is already done. And then I would take this, once I've scraped it all off, and I would wash it off. And that's pretty good. Okay, where's that handy wipe? There it is. Handy wipe. Baby wipe. So after 20 minutes, I've scraped it off. Then I would go wash it off. And this would be your results, where you have just the vinyl left on your object that you are doing. And this will only etch glass. It's not going to etch plastic or any and it says on the in the directions that it won't even do Pyrex. So I made sure that all of mine was Armor products as far as the plate goes and the baking pie plate. Now, the longer you leave this vinyl on here, the harder it is to get off. So you don't want to leave it very long. And whatever you choose to take off the little pieces, be careful not to scratch your glass. I could probably scrape these off with my fingernail. Oh yeah, because I haven't had them on there but maybe 30 minutes at the most. Okay, and this is what happens when it drips. I'd put the same amount that I put on this plate, and because it's rounded and the vibrations, I had it setting on this chopper scraper that I got at Dollar Tree. And it was perfectly level. Everything was good. Nothing was dripping. And I guess it got turned a little bit more and it dripped right over there while I was out of the room. So I have a drip here that's permanent, as permanent as this. And it couldn't have been there more than 5 minutes. Okay, but once you get your vinyl off, take another one of those baby wipes or just wash it in the sink and you are good to go. Okay, that's how you etch glass, guys. This would make a wonderful gift for Valentine's. You've got your plate to serve your piece of pie on. And you could eat one piece of pie or you can have 2 plates. And you've got your champagne flutes. Okay, have a great day, guys. See you in the next video, and please be sure to subscribe and share this video.